If you thought that was long, in the seminary, we sang the Passion every year. I'm not even joking. We're down to our last two commandments in our reflection upon the Ten Commandments this Lent. The seventh commandment, thou shalt not steal, and the 10th commandment, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. And the church usually addresses these two commandments together because at their heart they are about the same thing, and that is our attitude toward material things. And I could go into a comprehensive list of all the things that are covered by these two commandments. Stealing, obviously, cheating on tests or taxes, making a false claim to insurance. I could talk about how we are called to give to the poor. But I'll leave the details up to you when you read through an examination of conscience on your own. The only thing that I wanted to address today is the reason behind these two commandments, why we have them. And it's appropriate for us to do so on Palm Sunday because we hear the Passion of Jesus. We hear of his journey from the garden to the jail cell, to the court of Herod, and to the praetorium of Pilate. We hear of his journey of the cross to the top of Calvary, Golgotha, to the grave. We hear of his immense suffering, the pain that he felt in every step, the weight of every sin, the beatings, the spitting, the jeering, the crown of thorns, the nails, the soldier's spear, sweating blood, being crushed to the dirt of the streets, being stripped of all clothing, being numbered among thieves, being given vinegar to drink. We hear of the humiliation, the betrayal, the mockery, the loneliness, the blasphemy. And we can compare all of those things to our own desire to keep up with the Joneses. We can compare all those things to our desire to have a comfortable way of life. Compare that to our desire to have new things, the best things. Compare that to our desire to have what others have. Compare all that to our jealousy. Compare everything Jesus went to our desire to give our family the best and the newest. That's what the 7th and the 10th commandments are really about. Do I love Jesus more than things? What occupies my time the most? Caring for my material desires or caring for my soul? Do I love my neighbor more than I love things? Have I reached out to my neighbor when they're in need? When they're in need of a friend? When they're in need of basic necessities? In Jesus' own words, what you did for one of the least of my children, you did unto me. When compared to Jesus and what he did for us, it seems all very small. He asks so little of us, and yet we're tempted to give even less. But it's this time of year where we set things right. Holy Week is now upon us. Check your bulletin for confession times. Use your Laudate app, your examination of conscience. Make the best end to Lent possible by having your soul washed clean of all the selfish things that we cling to. I'm going to confession on Monday so that I can be ready for Easter, and it's my prayer that you will be able to do the same.